special player, and that's what Mbogazi gave us, and that's why they were able to convert. Because other than that, I do not think they were able. We would have probably been going to the extra time now, or even penalties. But he brought in something that was extra, that was definitely needed.
I look at this and I wonder, though, were they trying to defend in that second half more than going forward at some point? I mean, I watched the match and I saw them go forward, but then Kaibuti ball position is 71% in Elmo Orlando Pirates. And when you look at the first half, they had more shots on target than Orlando Pirates. He changed his second half.
They had to drop the line a little bit deeper when because you're playing against a dangerous team in South Africa now in terms of their attack and how they do things. So if you didn't get the goal in the first half, obviously you will want to try to drop the line a little bit deeper and catch them on the break. And if you saw the chance here, Ohuso, I think that was the moment for them. And had the decision making was proper from Ohuso, because it was 2v1. Had he just took a moment to say, let me see who's coming to support me, pass the ball wide where Potsdam was, it was going to be a big chance for them. And I don't think had
this is in the 86th minute, just a minute before that goal.
So I think the structure and the preparation from this match, you can tell that it was coming from a training ground. They really worked hard at making sure that Orlando Pirates doesn't have them with the midfielder getting to the number 10 role. That's why really we didn't see much of Rayleigh today, because that number 10 and a half spaces, they weren't there for a taking. And it was because of Majaman. It was because of in the midfield where you saw Moralo, who was very instrumental, and the number 10 of Potsdam to come in and make a block of 4. That was beautiful to see a team that comes with a structure like that at Orlando. It's difficult to play there.
Kunomunye umdlalo ke olandela sokunikona bukhoma lo mdlalo kumdlalo mithathu namhlanje khona futhi kunomunye umdlalo ozobe ukhona ntambama uMangcobo uzobe khona ke zokunika lo mdlalo kodwa ke sithathe ikhefu masibuye ngalena sokubonisa lengane nosikhuluma ngayo emba isimile isele nje ukuthi idedele masibuye. We're live on SABC1, proudly brought to you by SABC Sport. It's a match in the Carling knockout. They've seen Orlando Pirates through a spectacular goal go through to the next round. Yesterday's match delivered a hat-trick. Today's match delivered a goal that could be looked at as one of the best goals this season already. It's Mbogazi that gave us that goal, but it's not the end. We're going to be going at 5:30, moving to SABC2 in the build-up for the game, Golden Arrows and Sikuku. And later on in the evening on SABC3, we'll be giving you Mamelodi Sundowns as they take on Marumo Gallants. So it's going to be a tight schedule of just football after football after football. But let's take a look at the talking points and what made this game exciting. I say exciting, Hlompho, but it was a little tight, wasn't it?
A very typical cup match where it can drain you emotionally. And you need to be mentally strong to approach such a match, because the more players trying to do things, they don't do the things that are coming from their own beliefs. It's coming from a structure that has been set because they want to drag the match as long as possible. Because
that's Mariko there, truly with the save.
That was a good shot. You'd expect Mariko from there without a pressure to hit the target, of course. But the keeper made a good save.
And he came on at halftime, and I was trying to figure out, Hlompho, what is it? His inclusion. What does he bring to a match that's tight? And Orlando Pirates weren't seemingly cracking that midfield.
I think the fact that he came in, I think, as a Rayleigh's replacement. I think coach was trying to find more of a player that will be, in one space, trying to also use his skill and technique to be able to create the scoring opportunities. Because I think there was a lot of influence from there. And I think we mentioned earlier that Orlando Pirates did have a lot of opportunities. And this is Mahopa. Yeah, beautiful, actually. That was one of the beautiful moments he did. He was involved from the get-go. The penalty came through him as well. But also it was an issue of just trying to get him into the right pocket. So I think also the change in the substitution of coach taking him off was more of, I need to open. Again, you mentioned that in the second round, especially, Siwelele was more defensive, and that's why it led to a lot of congestion. We did not allow a lot of Pirates players to be able to play.
Ngiyanazi-ke uyamazi ukinelo Mahopa uyahluleka kusho ngikethe kuhlompa kuyena okhulumayo-ke ngingabe sithi akamazi. This moment here came as well for Orlando Pirates, and it seems you're right about what you're saying because all the attack seems to be coming from the wings.
Yeah. If you check this line, it was a line of 5 every time they dropped the line to the big box, which it made it difficult for Orlando Pirates to penetrate through the middle. And it was through the coaching. You can tell this was well coached because every player of Siwelele, when they lose the ball, the first thing they wanted to make that banks of 4, the 4 midfielders and the 4 centre backs closer to one another to make sure that they don't allow these spaces that are happening in the pockets where really find joy when he plays. So they made it difficult for every passer of the ball in the midfield to get to pass the ball properly. This is a chance that I spoke about, that if Ohuso had just took a moment to look up, he was going to find either Potsani or Siwelele who was coming. And of course, that wasn't a bad decision to make, to sit Mbagazi down, but make sure that the final pass is proper because he still had a chance to look up and play the ball to whether Potsani, who was on the D-line, and Siwelele, who hit the last line.
He would get closer than that because, we started seeing them coming into the attack and perhaps, trying to get closer and closer in the attack. But this right here, the deflection there takes the sting off that, and Ulu can take care of that.
Yeah.
But we started seeing Siwelele go up as if they wanted that last-minute goal. They wanted to upset Orlando Pirates.
I think also looking at the substitutions that the coach made, initially when we started, we were hoping to see the similar lineup, Upule coming in, Opotsani, Ulungu, who is also one of the very effective players that we have seen throughout the league because of his skill, his speed especially. So I think there was that balance and turnaround in how now do we still maintain our plan on making a defensive block to make sure that Pirates does not penetrate and cause them to go wide, like Hlompho has mentioned. So there were opportunities now, and they all coming now through the inclusion of Uohizo because they also have that connection. They have almost like a culture, a vibration that goes on because they understand each other's movements.
That one's gonna play back in their head.
It's gonna haunt them a lot, especially when you have a fresh player of Champani who won the ball and then make sure that he managed to. The cutback we thought he was on, as well as the far post. When you look up, and especially when in the box, you have to win. When I see this, and at some point I thought, baby boy, you're still fast. Can you go a little bit closer for you to take that shot? But like I said, this kind of goals gives me goosebumps because I know what it means to score in the very stadium, especially in that distance. For you to have a technique is one thing, but to hit the target, to have a bravery to hit it, something.
And if you look at it, Hlompho, literally that pass eliminated 7 of Siwelele's players.
Yeah.
So that means they also realized, or perhaps remember there was a break where they went closer to the coach. Perhaps the coach said to him, my boy, you do have the technique. Yeah. When the opportunity comes, you have the space, take a chance. Something might come out of it. And I mean, this was brilliant. You can never take anything. It eliminated 7 of Siwelele.
It looks good on every angle.
I can watch this video the whole night, no problem.
I know.
What a goal.
Beautiful.
And you can tell that this is going places.
And I mean, he's 20, captaining one of the biggest team in the country, taking such a responsibility upon
himself. Guys, we're going to talk about this goal forever. We're going to get out of here. Thank you so much. I'm making a bit of a substitution myself. Thank you so much, Hlompho. But he'll be back for the Sundowns Marumo Gallants game a little bit later on SABC3. I think the kickoff there, it will be at 8 o'clock. But Kinelo is out of here. I'm bringing in Jabu Matlangu as well as Morgan Gold for the next match. It is Golden Arrows versus Sekhukhune. This match will be on SABC2. Join us there now.